The world is falling apart. People are rioting in the streets. Food is being soiled. Crops being burned. Plagues delivered onto our houses. But what is causing all of this? I'll tell you right now. It's because Angstrom Levy's head wasn't as grotesque as it should have been in Invincible Season 3, Episode 7. Ladies and gentlemen, people are incredibly upset on Twitter. And I, for one, kind of agree, kind of disagree. We're gonna get right into that right now. For some context of the situation, Angstrom Levy in the comics looked like this, whereas Angstrom Levy in the show looked like this after Invincible beat him to a bloody pulp. And as you can see, it really doesn't look the same, and people are very upset about that. Now, the animation in Invincible has always been a point of criticism. It seems like as the show goes on, the lows go even lower, with season 1 seemingly having the best animation out of the entire show. Hiccups here and there of people being basically JPEGs flying up and down across the screen like they're, carrying them in Photoshop going up and down. Or, oh my god, the start of season 3 with the stairs scene where they're just running down the stairs and the background's not moving, but the stairs are. In my personal opinion, the show is fine. Some moments do take me out of it a bit, but overall the animation just isn't its strongest aspect. It's more so the story and the characters. Some of which are incredibly stupid characters, which you should go look at my videos up here. I think I might put some stuff there about that. But anyways, Angstrom Levy. I have a Twitter post of a guy defending this. I think he's actually a content creator too or something, because he's got a decent following. Let me look at this. So this is what kind of sparked this video idea for me. This guy was like, okay, draw it 1,000 frames of it. Remember the placement of every wrinkle. Got to be consistent after all, right? Make sure the size of the head doesn't change with every drastic angle shift, and get it all done within the space of a week or two for the color artist. Now, what this boils down to is the good old-fashioned argument, well, why don't you do it if it's so easy? I've seen people make similar arguments when it comes to sports, professional sports to be exact. Making fun of, for example, Bronny James being absolute garbage and the second worst player in NBA history. People defending that by saying, well, you ain't a hooper, or some random crap like that, as if I'm not the one getting paid to do this. This is not my job. Now, people are making a counter argument looking at Cell, a character from what, like 2-3 decades ago, who had way more screen time than Angstrom Levy ever would have in the show, and had a very similar issue where their character design was very insane. He had polka dots all over himself and looked like a giant bug man. They had to animate him in several fights on screen for multiple episodes throughout the entire arc, and they did it. But here's the thing, I think the animators for Invincible are 100% capable of doing this. The issue they run into is time. Animation takes a lot of time, and Amazon really wants them to pump out these seasons, so they have to make shortcuts in places. Another thing I'll add to this point is the fact that I'm pretty sure I've heard this somewhere before, correct me if I'm wrong, they have a small team. Now could be another point of criticism toward the very incredibly popular show of Invincible, having a small team. Why do you have a small team? It's like Pokemon with their freaking Game Freak having 30 people working there or some crazy number. It's like, dude, you are the most profitable franchise in human history. Why do you have a tiny little studio? Why? Again, I could be wrong on that too, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. If you have a small team and no time, you have to make a lot of shortcuts. But I think they could have went a little bit harder, at least on Angstrom's design. Sell the same feeling, but make it easier for them to animate. Yes, they didn't need to make his brain like that, but they could have made him look more disfigured. They gave him a cool scar, a blind eye, and a chipped lip. Make his face more asymmetrical. Just make it look like he had a stroke. Break his nose. Make him miss a few teeth. Make one eye a little bit bigger than the other. Yes, I know that's gonna also be harder to animate, but I at least, me being a non-animator, animator, I would assume using logic that it would be still easier to animate than the brain head with the lips literally missing and the teeth falling down, and you know, I mean, that looks insane. The comic looks insane. It is one of the best looking comics I've seen, in my opinion. It is a hard standard to live up to, especially with the time they have to animate. But I am within the realm of opinion that they definitely could have done a better job. But I'm not an animator, unfortunately, so I don't know. Well, not unfortunately, I know the job's still hard, but I do like making stuff. If I ever become rich and famous, I am gonna learn Unreal Engine 5 and make a game. I promise you, I will. Or at the very least, oversee one. And it's gonna be a giant monster battle royale type game. Anyways, I really just wanted to get my thoughts out there. What do you think? Do you think they did a good job with Angstrom Levy design? God, I said that so weird. Angstrom Levy's design, and I missed the S. Angstrom Levy design. This is what happens when you're autistic and you eat Pringles for breakfast. Hey, at least the episode was fantastic. Let me know if you want me to do a little recap on the episode, because I will. It was very good. I'll give a very, very hype description of it. And I apologize for being incredibly lazy. Anyway, like and subscribe. I love you guys. Bit of an anticlimactic episode, I know. I'm sorry. Not Invincible, my YouTube video. All right, goodbye.